everyone, it's me, Julie O'Connell. I'm coming on here to do this live. I just want to say, please be kind in your endeavors. I've seen some things behind the scenes that are not making me happy. We can all be kind. I can tell you, during 2020, the pandemic was hard on a lot of people that I know. They had lost loved ones. A person I worked with lost 5 people within her own family that were homeless. They died by carbon monoxide poisoning because they stayed in a tent and they had a kerosene heater in there. Be kind, because there are many people out there struggling worse off than you are. Just be mindful of that fact. Treat each other with respect and treat people how you want to be treated. It's common sense. This is why I don't engage in the trolls in the chats anymore. The trolls are nasty and vile. And I've seen many of them in people's chats. We can all agree to disagree on certain things, but for me, this is who I am. And if you don't like it, you can leave my channel. I support people who are kind and caring. I don't appreciate trolling, and I don't appreciate people being misinformed. There are so many false narratives out there. I saw the video with Juliana Cohen. Erin was vindicated in that. Erin is not a woman abuser. And just because he called a woman a C word does not mean he abused her. This person is now married to a known Scientologist called Hulk Hogan. And she's just disgusting. She's a grifter. And I don't appreciate the false narratives about Marilyn and Susie. Susie Oberholtz just lost 2 members of her family within one day. I think we can give these people a little bit of grace. And what do I mean grace? It means time for them to be able to heal and move on. We can be mindful of their needs and wants and do everything in our power to be kind. Kindness is free. I do it on a daily basis, so maybe people can learn not to trust people who are just spewing these false narratives out there. And there's many. Pete Jensen is one of them. He moved all the way across the country to be with Juliana Cohen. Juliana Cohen got her wish. She got Erin kicked off the Aftermath board. She got anyone who would listen to her to discuss evil intentions to have him kicked off the board. Now the trolls that support the Aftermath are coming after people who support Erin. This isn't okay. We haven't gone after you, so please don't go after me. I have a full-time job, so this is not my life full-time. I don't treat people disrespectfully, and quite frankly, what I've seen behind the scenes is vile. I do not support this narrative that we have to pick sides. I support people who are kind and caring, and some days it's okay not to be okay, and I am not okay with all of this. I am struggling with my own mental health. I've been a little bit depressed lately. People who are negative all the time just bring the community down. People who have hate-filled channels, they don't sustain themselves. It is a proven fact. People who are talking about Marilyn Honig as if they know her, they don't. Mrs. J, you do not know Marilyn Honig. You haven't gotten to know her. You treat her like crap. And you do video day after day after day about her. You need to just leave this space because YouTube is not for you. Mrs. J used to be Apostate Alex's mod. If Apostate Alex knew exactly what was going on with Mrs. J, you would think he would speak out about it. No, he absolutely supports what she is doing. This is why I don't go on Apostate Alex's channel. Yes, he might do some good work, but no, I don't support people who support his channel. It's just totally disrespectful, and I absolutely agree. He deserves to be in handcuffs. Just saying. For all the crap that he's done over here in America. It's called bullying. And if you did that on Facebook, you would be banned for life on Facebook. And any new account that you created, you would not get into the groups. It's just a proven fact. I don't support it. I also don't support Reese and Tommy. I haven't for months. And I haven't gone into their chats. I don't support known grifters who support hate. Excuse me. I have a lot of gunk going down my throat right now. We all have our own issues. And life sometimes comes at you fast and hard. And I saw that this week with Susie Oberholtz losing 2 members of her family. She said one member of her family moved in with her aunt because her husband had passed away and was there helping her, and laid down and felt tired and then didn't wake up. For me, that's kind of sad. And the other one died from a heart attack at a very young age, 45. People need to be kind. Just treat each other with respect, because you don't know what's going on in their life. You haven't taken the time to get to know them. You haven't taken time to get to know people in general. And if you have, you're totally disrespectful. What you did to Keela is disturbing. I absolutely support Keeler 100%. She has chosen to stay out of the drama, but yet you keep bringing her into it because she supports Marilyn. Marilyn, who is kind and caring and 100% supportive of all channels and all walks of life, and treats people with respect. Unlike you, who constantly trashes people, Mrs. J. And it's not doxing when we say your name. It's not. Doxing is where if somebody were to accidentally show an address or accidentally show something that they shouldn't be showing. I can tell you I've never done that, and I don't support that either. But at the same time, I know the character that Aaron is, and I also know Marilyn's character, and I also know Susie Oberholtz's character. I also know that people from all walks of life can come together. I support people who are African American, people who are Hispanic, people who are Latino. My best friend in Arizona was Mexican American. Her mother was white and her dad was Mexican. So be mindful of things that you say and do in response to things that are being done. We can all have meaningful content and we can all be here for everyone else. But sometimes we do have to take time for ourselves. We have to treat each other with respect, kindness, and caring nature. When somebody's on their channel doing their own content, don't troll. Don't be disrespectful. Don't spew hate. And don't act as if you know them when you haven't even gotten to know them. Personally, I've tried not to be a channel that spews hate all the time. But one thing I do know is that the Aftermath trolls are out of control. Pete Jensen, Maria Jensen, Jamie Thomas. You know you guys are in the wrong for treating people with, like, total crap. True Clear Media, what you did to Keela was disrespectful. And people are not going to tolerate it anymore. I don't support your channel. I haven't. You are totally disgusting. People who do that are just totally wrong. Like, I'm sorry, but I support the channels that are absolutely fighting the Church of Scientology, and there's many. I found that Aaron's video with a fake Tom Cruise today was quite funny. It was quite comical. We all know that Tom Cruise is in England shooting his premiere where Apostate Alex got arrested. He deserves to be in handcuffs. He has done some vile things to many of the creators here in the United States. It's just disturbing. There's no sides. We're all in this together to try to fight the Church of Scientology. Some of us are doing it better than others. I support Serge Delmar 100% because no kids can consent in Scientology. No kids consent in any religion that is harmful, that is a high control group. They indoctrinate their members to think that the outside world is bad and all of these cults. The outside world isn't bad. Even Brooks Gibbs came together with the Scientologists who said, I absolutely would support an African American memorial for Clearwater. We can all live together as one in unity. But what I don't like is a hate-filled speech. Yes, there are many abuses within Scientology, and that's what the people are fighting for. But what we don't like is when people spew this narrative and send out false information. False information kills movements, and it has. When DOA came in after the Occupy on L. Ron Hubbard Way, he started spewing everyone was a bad actor. We are not. We don't support that narrative. Mindy has never been a bad actor. Neither has Dan Walks LA. Neither has Pinche Becky. We are all supportive of one another, and we can all come together and be held accountable for the things that we are doing. It's like I said before, I've had many people reach out to me that their young children have killed themselves. And they have killed themselves because of bullying. And I find that bullying is not okay. I also find it fraudulent when you create fake accounts and you're impersonating somebody else. This is true for a lot of celebrities, and I've seen it a lot lately. I support people who are kind and caring. I don't support people who try to scam people out of money. I've seen a lot of that too lately within the YouTube space. What Stephanie Hutchinson did for Liz Ferris, using another Liz Ferris's account, GoFundMe account, and spreading lies. That was unsupported and unsubstantiated, and that was considered fraud. And she probably re-traumatized that victim all over again. This is why I don't support the other side's narrative. I don't. We can all come together and be happy and healthy and just enjoy one another's company. That's what a good chat does. That's what a welcoming chat does. They don't target others and they don't disrespect others. I have never once spanked another human being, nor would I do that. But somebody else's chat thought I did. That would be Nora's chat. Nora has so many people that are in her chat that are so vile and disgusting. They support DOA, they support ZDT, they support the paid actors. And I believe Mrs. J is a paid actor and the truth will come out. And I'm speaking my truth from what I've seen, and I feel it is disgusting. I don't support Mrs. J at all, nor would I, because Mrs. J is disgusting and vile. She promotes people that bully others, and it's totally disrespectful. This is why so many young children are killing themselves today. Suicide is not talked about a lot, but I do talk about it because I know somebody who killed herself in junior high because she was being bullied a lot. Her name was Deanna King. I was her friend. So how dare you treat people disrespectful, Mrs. J? You have no right. Mental health matters to me. And people who do this to others, who do this to people who are crippled, I've seen it. I've seen people who are totally disrespectful to others. I treat people with kindness, and I care about every one of the people that follow my channel. And I thank everyone for any of the views that you give me. Please like and subscribe. Please do everything that the YouTube algorithm wants you to do. We can all come together and treat each other with loving hearts. We don't have to support false narratives. We don't have to treat people like crap. Because 9 times out of 10, there's somebody else suffering worse than you are. I go and help people. I worked 14 years of my life doing my dream job, working with animals that I absolutely loved. And I have rescued animals I absolutely love. My Yorkie that you sometimes see in my videos, he is rescued. People don't toss each other aside. We don't have to pick a side, and we don't have to have black and white thinking. And there's a lot of communities on the YouTube space that are doing black and white thinking narratives. Reese's channel is full of it. Mrs. J's channel is full of it. So is True Clear Media. So is many others. And I don't support that narrative. We need to start talking about the real abuses in Scientology, like the elder abuse, the credit card fraud, the child abuse. And Aaron Smith Levin has done his work to out predators within this community. So has Marilyn. So has Susie. I treat people the way that you want to be treated. I don't treat people unfairly. And what I've seen behind the scenes has been vile. And I support the ex-Scientology community for the content that they have created. When I get more subscribers, I may be able to subscribe to more channels. But right now, I'm subscribed to too many channels, so I cannot subscribe to other people's channels right now. I do support the people that do support my channel 100%. And I created my channel because of Marilyn, because of her kind chat. Same with Natalie. Same with Serge. I support his message about the Camera Act. And we need to start respecting that. And I also feel like Brooks Gibbs, he has spoken so eloquently. He wasn't there to hurt the Scientologists. He actually had an open, honest conversation with the Scientologists. And she was in support of having an African American memorial site. Just like he's like, I'm fully aware of your 20 precepts for the way to happiness. We need to start coming together and loving one another instead of hating on each other. Because hate-filled rants don't sustain. It actually causes health issues. We do what we need to do to survive. Thank you and have a great night.